sexist. And she was using very sort of derogatory terms. I said, how the hell can she do that when she's got one of the great women abusers of all time sitting at her house waiting for her to come home?
All right, that was Donald Trump continuing his attacks on Bill and Hillary Clinton. Earlier today, after campaigning for his wife Hillary, Bill Clinton was actually asked if he was fair game, and here's what he said.
Donald Trump says your past is fair game. I've got to ask you, you keep coming up on the trail with him. Is it fair game?
The Republicans have to decide who they want to nominate. I'm trying to tell now the Democrats in the country who I think Hillary would be the best president. And I think there's always a temper to take the election away from the people, so I'm just going to give it to them.
Here with reaction from the Trump Organization, Michael Cohen, and radio talk show host, Fox News contributor Leslie Marshall. Leslie, I think it's a simple question. I don't think it's complicated. If words of Donald Trump, if Hillary's going to claim they're sexist, then certainly accusations that are very severe by multiple women, that should be fair game. I don't think you disagree with that, would you?
No, I do disagree, and this is why. If Bill Clinton isn't running for office, and if he were, then it is absolutely fair game. Donald Trump is running. Hillary is running. Donald Trump can attack her for being a victim or using her gender, as well as she can attack him for his treatment of women.
But if she wants to be the champion of women's rights in America.
Just amazing.
And she also was part of a cover-up and never spoke out, just like the Clinton Foundation took money from Saudi Arabia and these countries that have abysmal human rights records on women. I think that is legitimate, Michael Cohen.
But, Sean, how could you not think she was going to say that answer? Of course it's not a problem, because Bill should be off limits. Why? Because it affects Hillary Clinton. The bottom line is he is fair game. They have called Donald Trump every nasty name in the book. And as you know, Donald Trump takes it. And he takes it, and when you give it to him, he gives it back to you 100 times worse. And the same's going to happen for the Clintons. She is what they would call in law, she's an enabler. She's an accessory to after the fact. She's involved in the cover-ups that took place when
the smear besmirching campaigns.
The smear, the besmirching of these women who fell prey to President Clinton at the time. But this is all like Tuesday tabloid information. The real issue here is who's best to lead the country for the next 4 or 8 years.
But it's bigger than that, because every campaign, this is what the Democratic playbook is. Republicans are racist. Republicans are sexist. Poor Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney, who's the most decent guy you'll ever meet.
Sean, I'm a Democrat. I'm a registered Democrat. You know that. I don't feel that. Well, thank you.
But in 2012, Mitt Romney was accused of a war on women for having women's resumes in a binder.
And they tried to do the same thing to Donald Trump, and we actually talked about it, and I've spoke about it on many different programs. Donald Trump's not a misogynist. When it wasn't, say, chic to have a woman build a high-rise, a skyscraper, Donald Trump was the first. He pays women as much, if not more, than men in similarly situated positions.
Well, certainly in your case, you get paid less.
Much less, but that's besides the point. I don't deserve it. But let's be honest. What does this country need? We need a deal maker. And Donald Trump is a natural deal maker. I have been in the office and in rooms with Mr. Trump when we're negotiating deals that, in all fairness, no one could get done.
Let me ask Leslie this question.
And you know what, Sean, before you jump Leslie in?
Well,
we get these deals done. Leslie,
let me ask Leslie this question. All right, let's go back to Mitt Romney, because you know what? The Democrats do play this card. Hillary Clinton did try to act like she was a victim because of words of Donald Trump. Will you at least agree in retrospect that, quote, the war on women, Mitt Romney, the fact that Mitt Romney had a binder of resumes of women who he wanted to hire, that was not sexist, that was an unfair charge leveled against him by your party, by your fellow liberal Democrats?
Of course not. Here's her answer.
I think that, hey, there is a woman here.
Hi,
okay.
How are you?
I think that whether you're a Democrat or Republican, whether it is, was Swift Boat unfair to John Kerry?
No, it was actually accurate, because these are the men that served with him.
When it is an election year, there is mudslinging on both the left and the right.
Wait a minute. I asked you a specific question. Was it unfair to say that this is a war on women because he had resumes of women who he wanted to hire?
I don't think it was unfair.
You don't?
I don't think
Okay,
it was
that's a fair
unfair
question.
because it was clear. And I think I also think, speaking to Donald Trump and all of his hiring of women, Bill Clinton appointed the first female Secretary of State. Bill Clinton appointed one of our still sitting Supreme Court
That
judges
doesn't take
who was
away
female.
any of the
So
assaults that he might have been involved in, does it?
But he's still not running.
You know,
He's
I
still not
guess you could
running. His
argue that
wife
Bill
is.
Cosby probably helped women in their careers.
Well, I'm sure he did. One had,
Bill Cosby
one had a
running?
pill.
Is
One had
Bill
a pill
Cosby
that
running?
knocked him out. The other one had the power. Right?
It's scary. It really is. Those charges
Yeah.
are very severe.
Yeah.
All right, guys, good to see you. Thank you.